Let's try it a couple times, and I'll take it up and down. So. I'm Abram, and in this video, I'm gonna debunk 5 common myths about what we need to focus on to sing better. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. While you're at it, hit that like button. It would really help us out. Now back to the lesson. Singing is really like a sport. We're athletes, but we're just using smaller, more internal muscles. These muscles can be hard to coordinate and even feel. Most myths about singing stem from a discrepancy between the sensation and perception of singing compared to the actual physical mechanisms and scientific principles involved. There are some common myths about singing all over the internet, and these can lead a beginning singer astray in many unhelpful ways. You can use these erroneous phrases as red flags for when someone has a potentially misleading understanding, or at least description of how to sing with good technique. As a teacher, I'm constantly trying to refine this understanding, so it's important to note that we're always in the pursuit to update and enhance our knowledge as new information from studies about singing and our anatomy comes out. So the first red flag is to support with your throat. It makes sense that some singers would have the perception that a lot of action is happening in your throat when you sing. They aren't wrong. This is where your voice box is, and you'll often feel vibration here as your vocal cords and larynx vibrate while you sing. It's a major part of the vocal mechanism. However, we don't have direct conscious control over our vocal cords. They oscillate, coming together and apart hundreds of times per second while singing, and the muscles around our larynx only serve to constrict around this area. So, when we try to engage and squeeze our throat in a more active way, we actually often block or inhibit our vocal cords from functioning appropriately, and it causes a lot of strain. I'm always trying to help my students relax their neck and allow this part of their voice to work more freely. I don't recommend actively trying to engage these muscles at all, unless for a little bit of purposeful stylistic strain. Most of the time, we're trying to get out of the way here and support our sound from lower down. Let's use an exercise to explore this more physically. Try singing this simple drone with the syllable ya. Ya, 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 ya. Keep your mouth and your throat open and relaxed. While you sing, move your head around slowly from side to side, like this. Ya, 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 ya. By giving our neck another job, we're able to release some of the muscles holding this area. That lets our vocal folds oscillate without anything getting in the way. Let's try it a couple times, and I'll take it up and down. So. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. And back down. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. The next red flag is support with your chest. Put a hand on your chest as we do this next exercise. Ma, ma, ma. We feel lots of sensation here as well, which can be reassuring and grounding to do. But when somebody says support your sound with your chest, it's also a red flag. The chest is a little lower down than the throat, but it's still not the best place to support our sound. Let's try this again. Ma, ma, ma. If you're feeling tight and you're singing it like this, ma, 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 that means that you just need to wiggle it around a little bit and find some release. Let's explore how our chest can move while we sing. Ma, ma, ma. giving it another job allows us to keep working down to a better place to actively engage and support our sound. The chest is also super close to the throat, so engaging these muscles along with the shoulders can often block the vocal cords from oscillating freely. Let's try this out a few more times. I'll take the notes up a little bit as we go. Ma, ma, ma. Move the chest around. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. Maybe try rolling the shoulders a bit. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, ma, ma. And let's take it down. Ma, ma, ma. 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 The next red flag is when someone says to you, sing with your diaphragm. The diaphragm is a large dome-shaped muscle that traces the arch of our ribs, separating the chest from the abdomen, and it's a key muscle in breathing. While we have some conscious control of the diaphragm, we don't have sensory nerves here, so we can't really feel its action directly like we can with other muscles. It's much more effective to activate the diaphragm by expanding our lower abdominal and back muscles, right below and around the belly as we breathe. Creating space here allows the diaphragm to fall flat, open up the lungs, and create an even stream of pressure. These lower abdominal and back muscles are most important in generating power and stability in our voice. I'll demonstrate by doing some breath pulsing. Try this with me. We breathe from our belly and our back, and we go. Put your hands down here on your belly and your back and see if you can feel this. Take another deep breath. And one more time. The next red flag is resonate in your chest or your skull. We've been talking a lot about sensation and feeling for vibration. When we sing, we feel lots of sympathetic vibration, which is our body around our vocal tract vibrating with it as we sing. This can cause us to have yet another misconception that we actually create our resonance with our chest and our skull. We need two things for something to be called a resonator. One, have an opening, and two, have empty space. So using that simple scientific model, we can see that both the skull and the chest don't meet those conditions. The real truth is that all resonance is primarily created in our vocal tract, which is a fancy term for the open space from our mouth to our larynx and sinuses. We have an opening, our mouth, and an empty or hollow space. The more internal space, the more resonance we get. So this is where we need to try and create enough space for proper resonance. Not the chest or the skull. This is so the pressure we create from our lower abdominal muscles can vibrate and amplify. Let's stretch this space with my favorite exercise, the circle of vowels. It sounds like this. I'm singing E, A, Ah, O, and Oo to make a circular motion with my mouth and tongue like this. Let's do this a couple times, and you can move your head and your neck and your chest around to make sure you're supporting low from your belly and your back. Can you hear the ring in the sound? Let's take it up a little bit. And one more. The last red flag is that you have to be born with a good voice. Hopefully this video, along with all the other lessons, exercises, and tips we have, proves that everybody can sing. It's something you can practice by stretching and conditioning your voice. So while some people may have some natural predispositions towards this skill, it's 100% something you can learn and improve upon, just like a sport. I'm sure there are other myths about singing out there, some large and some more specific, but I think that's enough for now. Feel free to comment below with any other potential singing myths that you want me to cover in the future. And thanks for listening. What other tips would you like to see here on this channel? Leave a comment and let me know. And be sure to check out 30daysinger.com for more in-depth step-by-step lessons.